Well, hey, welcome back. You're listening to another brand new episode of Video Ditch here, as always, with Sam and Nick. And we've got a very special guest with us today. Nick, please give him the intro treatment.
The man who's created what some are calling the coolest game ever made. We have Illseer, or as the ladies like to call him, Andy, here to talk to us about his upcoming hot new game, Sunset Devils, a game that is considered to be the second coming of Federico Fellini's filmmaking style. I realize now I'm talking about the wrong Italian director, but that's fine. I would say it's equal in quality. It is a gritty, amazing Western with some of the greatest gameplay and gunplay you've ever seen. When you first play it, you'll think to yourself, wow, I didn't know anything new could still be created in this day and age. Color me embarrassed. This is something really exceptional.
Yes. Andy, Andreas, thank you for joining us today.
Yes, thank you.
Hey, what's up?
She and I would say we're best friends. After leading up to this, we've spoken quite extensively about general interests, and they're about the same. So we're quite close. And he was actually telling me how he was just at Evo, and I was not. I was very jealous about that. And you had a wonderful time, if that's correct.
Yeah, it was all right. No, Evo was awesome. It was great.
Yeah.
It was got to meet old friends, new friends. Saw some fighting games, as you do.
Mm-hmm. Was this your first time at the event, or have you gone to Evo in the past?
No, it was my first time at Evo.
Okay, right on,
I've been to other conventions before, but as far as production goes and the scale and everything, Evo was a new high.
Yeah, I'm sure it's kind of in its own league compared to other things.
Yeah.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, we talked a little bit before. You mentioned that seeing some of these games on the big screen made you remember why you're playing them in the first place.
Yeah, absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Strive was my first fighting game, which is not, the best fighting game to start with because, we'll leave that at the side. But
this is embarrassing to say, but my first fighting game was Smash 4. All right, you're doing a little bit better.
That is, that's pretty embarrassing. But
yeah,
we'll let that one slide too, because Smash is not a real fighting game. So
that's the thing. Yeah,
yeah,
painful memories.
The dark ages.
Well, if you go to Evo, you can't play Melee. So
yeah, you got to settle for rivals.
You got to settle for rivals, and they don't even let you play the mono characters.
I know. It's so pissed off that I entered and they're like, oh, what, you won't let me play is Travis Touchdown? Okay, what about Mario pissing? No, come on, man. He's tournament legal.
Mario pissing. Love that character.
Yeah, no, it's fucked. It's frankly fucked. Hopefully PAX will be a bit more lenient.
Yeah.
But yeah, anything really stand out while you were at Evo? Any matches you were like, wow, this is I'm witnessing history?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Street Fighter 6 Grand Finals was
fast.
That was watching someone go Ultra Instinct on stage and 3-0 someone. I've never seen that before.
Oh yeah, Menardi always picks the nastiest, most fucked up character.
He wanted to win so bad.
Yeah.
That was I felt bad for
Hikaru, I think.
Kakeru, I think.
Kakeru,
I don't remember.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, the JP player.
I felt I just felt bad for him. Just complete sympathy. You just can't win against the beast, Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. They needed to add a new monster. I'm still championing. They should add Hugo from Third Strike to Street Fighter 6. That's what
they're going to add him next season.
That's what I'm thinking.
100%. Yeah. If they add Alex, they can add Hugo.
Right? Come on.
It's
they need each other.
Yeah, it's Hulk Hogan and
Right. Now they're both doing choke slams on each other in heaven.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
And the big wrestling ring in the sky.
Rest in peace.
Just another Hulkster in heaven.
Rest in peace, Hulk Hogan.
What? Come on. we look past that. Come on.
Yeah,
we look past it.
We're all Hulkamaniacs now.
We're all Hulkamaniacs here, right?
We look past that sex tape and the wild stuff he said.
Well, that's not his fault. That wasn't his fault, to be fair. Yeah. But the other stuff kind of was.
Yeah.
But
if you look close, you can see he's reading a script and there's a gun at his head. You see a single pixelated tear falling down his cheek as he's reading it. So Evo was awesome. Wish I was there.
It was great.
God, I guess they're going back. Right. So going with that love for gaming, love for life. What exactly did set you on this wicked and evil path of gaming? What started it all?
Great question. Well, the first game I would say that really left an impression was Ocarina of Time, because I was 6 years old, watched my brother play the N64. He wouldn't let me play it because I was stupid and young.
Yeah.
But I was watching him play it and I was completely enamored by it because it's just a fairy tale. It's like watching the Lord of the Rings movies for the first time. And you're like, wow, this is such a gigantic world and like just completely enrapturing and like you know
the way it's realized too. Yeah, it hits you so hard. Yeah.
It's just
Very
like
cool.
every single. I would argue it is probably one of the most 10 out of 10 games you could make. You know, there's no 10 out of 10 game because everything cuts corners. Everything, you know, you can't put an idea to paper and just translate it 1-to-1, which is impossible. But like Ocarina of Time, I would almost say it's like almost
Comes
a perfect
close.
game.
I see.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. Okay.
So that kind of like sparked my, you know, passion for games to begin with. But then I don't know. I played a bunch of games like around like the 2010s. You know, Undertale's an obvious one. Played Off.
Yeah,
RPG.
Wow. Okay.
We just talked to those guys.
So was it the stories in these games that really captivated you? Was it the worlds? Was it the music? What do you think with the qualities of it?
All of the above, honestly. Well, I'm a game supremacist.
Good.
I believe games are probably the best form of media that are out there.
Agree 100%.
Yeah.
You're in the right place.
Yeah.
Roger Ebert, glad he's dead.
And you know,
rest in peace, Roger Ebert.
you don't blame people for growing up in their age bracket. He wouldn't have like understood games because he was like passive you know.
Yeah, it's like trying to play Earthbound as a 30-year-old after only hearing about it online for 20 years.
Yeah. It doesn't quite work, but if you were there in the 90s, it would have.
The importance of being there at the time, yeah. I guess so.
It's like, I think games is just like at least, you know, that might change in like 20, 30, 40, 50 years, whatever. But like, I do think like the interactive element and like including the player in the story and like in the gameplay and like everything just makes it completely unique to like, you know, movies or books. No. Yeah.
Exactly,
it's just like, I don't even have to reiterate. You guys know that. It's just, I'm preaching to the choir, but.
No. We love
to hear
people's perspectives. Yeah.
I'm
getting the picture because I feel like we all kind of grew up around the same time. So we experienced like such a golden age with like in terms of advancement and then just the quality of titles being put out.
Right, like Pitfall is like the gaming equivalent of that thriller, the train going towards the screen. It's like the same basic thing, you know.
I mean, I'm gonna skip ahead here in one of the questions that you guys had on the list, but like one of the games I've been obsessed with, which is like probably pretty like understandable, is Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4.
Same. Okay. I'm planning on being spammed for everyday packs for all my interviews.
Jesus.
Did you not play Chapter 3 and 4?
No, I have.
Oh, okay. Maybe I misunderstood. Sorry. Like playing that game, all the secrets in it. You know, Chapter 3 is like hidden console game, creepypasta game, where you literally die in the game if you like you die for real if you die in the game.
Die in real life.
Yeah.
Okay. Right on.
Yeah. The Roaring Night stuff, like all the secrets in that game, reminded me so vividly of like the playground rumors of like me under the truck and like you know, the missing number and like the island swimming nonsense. All that stuff when I was like 6 years old. I was like,
even the whole Snowgrave route is all just like very specific. Blinking, you miss it. Instant decisions. It's all like game fact rumors.
It's game facts rumors. It's like, you cannot figure that out on your own unless you're like insane.
It's awesome.
And you like I was completely enraptured by this entire idea of like. Sorry, there's a truck in the background.
That's fine. There's a chainsaw.
You're all good.
My house.
Yeah. I was completely enraptured by this idea of like, you know, I think a lot about like the meta stuff that Toby's doing and like, you know, what he's trying to say with it and like his own thought process of like how he's writing these like, I want to even say like concepts, you know, like the entire egg hunt that people are going on with like Gaster and everything is like, it's an Easter egg hunt, right?
Literally.
It's like you're hiding a secret in a game. And get people to participate in it. I'm just like, it is a completely like, I think the reason Deltarune is so like enrapturing to people is because we've had like this idea or like documenting every single thing in the game. You have a fan wiki for everything. You have every single, you know, optimal min-max strategy like documented. Like here's the perfect build to beat Dark Souls 2, Dark Souls 3, Elden Ring, whatever.
Yeah, here's how to guarantee you'll only ever get and see the best perfect ending.
Exactly. Like you're just like not participating with the game anymore. You're not finding a secret. You're not finding things out on your own. You're just like doing the most optimal. You're basically cheating. Like,
yeah, it's not that much different than just watching someone else do it and being like, wow, that was a great game I played.
Yeah.
I saw some sentiment online where someone mentioned like games now feel like they're experiences to be experienced instead of things to be beaten or played, through. And so I'm kind of driving with what you're saying.
Yeah. I mean, that's why those like secret bosses in chapter 3 and 4 are like insanely hard, right? Because like you can't just skip those and say like you claim to have beaten them. You actually have to beat them to like get whatever the true ending or whatever it's going to be. I don't know. I don't know. I'm kind of rambling, but
no, this is exactly what we want, and you really aren't at all. This is the exact sentiment that we want.
There's just a lot of material and substance to like dive into with Deltarune that I've like, since the chapters came out, I've been like really keeping tabs on like what all the crazy people on Twitter are saying about it.
Yeah, it really
theories and like
captures that mystique. It really takes it wholeheartedly and builds on it. That sensation that we wanted so desperately to be real more than anything. That like me on the truck kind of stuff.
Yeah, but it is real.
Exactly.
That is a thing. That is a thing. But
it's all things that if you were told it, you would never believe it. And it's gotten to the point also, like you're saying, like all the schizo theories on Twitter, where someone could say like, oh, I data mined the files and there's a line of code that where the name they use for this placeholder graphic directly relates to this character who's only been mentioned. And like if anyone else said it, you'd be like, that probably doesn't mean anything. But with this, you can't rule anything out. Everything is connected in some way. The conspiracy is very real and prominent. That's one of the more interesting parts of the game. Not to say that the game isn't interesting itself, but everything around it, the meta game that is creating is also very exciting.
Well said.
Yeah,
it's like
fascinating stuff.
Every single detail in the game like somewhat connects to each other, which is like, I'm trying to write my own story with Sunset Devils and everything. I have like insane amounts of not envy, but like I'm looking at what Toby's doing and it's completely daunting. I don't think I can do that. It's like he has a different brain to like connect all these like different concepts and ideas and characters and like the way he's portraying them in like subtle and non-subtle ways. I'm just like, I have to do something else with Sunset Devils. I want to like evoke the same idea, but I just cannot do it the same way, which is like skill issue perhaps.
I don't know. Recognizing,
it's very like, I don't know. It's like you're in a marathon and you see like Usain Bolt like in the stall next to you, and you're like, okay, well, I got to find a different strategy to like, keep pace with this.
Just throw a stick in front of him.
Yeah, that's not going to work.
But flies over it. Yeah. Recognizing your limitations, or not even limitations, but just the limit of scope and ambition is important, I think, for a game.
Just that every creator's kind of like got their own strengths and ways to go.
And approaches.
Certainly. Totally. Like Suda 51 and Kojima coexist in the same space, and their games are radically different.
Yeah.
But
Suda 51's games are kind of dukey gameplay wise, but people still love them.
What the hell? Get this guy out of here.
Yeah, thanks for the interview. Goodbye.
All right, this guy clearly hasn't played the Silver Case.
No. I played Killer 7. I thought it was fantastic.
Very good.
I didn't think the gameplay was that great.
Well, it's a rail shooter, yeah.
It's serviceable. I think all of his games are serviceable, but people are drawn to like the grander scope ideas that he's trying to portray.
That's
and
the point, man. You're supposed to be miserable doing the minigames as Travis because it's mundane life, man. You're supposed to.
People said about the genocide route in Undertale, and they're like, "Oh, this is so boring. I'm just going to watch it on YouTube."
Yeah, except for the Sans fight, that was fun.
I mean, you can play in the browser.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't know.
Yeah, but the gratification of killing every monster and having Toby tell you you're a meanie. Really something.
Well, I actually, I think people kind of I'm not going to get into like the whole theory stuff about that, but I think people kind of like misunderstood the genocide route in Undertale a little bit.
How so?
I really don't think it's a moral judgment. I think it's more of he's kind of stating that if you do this action in this game, if you drain blood from a stone, if you see every single thing the game has to offer, the consequence is that you cannot go back. is kind of the consequence of knowing something that you can no longer unknow.
Yeah, removing the mystery from
They're
something.
permanently
Yeah,
marked.
right.
Yeah.
But people kind of took it as a moral judgment because I don't know.
They
Maybe
just
the
take
writing
it as an attack.
Yeah, it's
people, I mean, people are on the defensive, like by default. I think a lot of the time.
Yeah,
and I mean,
So
I do think that the genocide rap did it the best way possible, because to do it, you do have to go out of your way to hunt down and systematically murder every single character. It's not something you can just
you can't accidentally do this.
Yeah, a couple of oopsies. It's very willful. It's very very intentional thing you have to do.
but it's all deserved anyway because they're all like weird, freaky monsters anyway.
Yeah,
and I don't like any of them. Like the Papyrus, you know, he's kind of annoying.
It's good that he died. You know, that guy's ripping off the Don from Off. What a hack.
Yeah. You know. I mean, that was a whole controversy in and of itself, like him changing the battle theme.
Yeah, the bone trowel. So we were talking about with the Off guys last week. It's changed back now, so don't worry. Everyone complained enough.
Wait, they changed it?
Yeah, it's a new song now. They got rid of the bone trowel song.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know.
Yes.
Didn't even know that. That's crazy. I mean, for what it's worth, I did like the song he made. I do think it like changes the characters. Like
he's like intimidation factor.
Yeah, he's no longer like terrifying and like weird. He's just like this goofy, Papyrus-esque character.
Yeah, I don't
know.
From what I understood, the changes that were made were all personally approved by Mortis Ghost himself. So it wasn't like Toby pasting his photograph over old family scrapbooks. I think that's how he described it.
And I never doubted that. I like always thought like Mortis probably like had the final say in it, but
yeah,
you know.
But I think it does make sense. It's not a bad song by any means, but it does not exude off.
It doesn't evoke the same sort of.
Yeah.
It's a nice tribute. It's a nice way of saying this is where this came from. It's also not completely off. And I think the new track does a good job of capturing the feeling of off. So I do like the new track as well.
Yeah. Anyways. Off always had like this, you know, I played Silent Hill 2 after Off. But I saw the like soundtrack inspiration extremely clearly with like the grading, you know, the hospital scene, for instance.
I'm a big fan of the Silent Hill OST.
Yeah, when I got to the hospital area and Off, and you know the jump scare happens where you're like fighting one of the doctors or whatever, and I like basically pooped myself because I was like not expecting that. You know, playing Silent Hill 2 like a couple years after, like 2 or 3 years after, I'm like, oh, like that's what he got.
Just ripped off.
I mean, it's what every game dev does. Every musician, every artist, you know, you just rip off, and you just pretend you didn't do that, and people.
Who's Akira Yamaoka? I don't know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know who that is.
You just take bits and pieces of the things you like and smash them together.
It's true.
Yeah, exactly.
It's true. I mean, by that token, I mean, taking like, you know, disparate inspirations and kind of going back to your game with Sunset Devils, unless we want to keep talking about, you know, the gaming past. But, you know, what kind of inspired the idea here? Like, are you a big fan of Westerns?
No.
Okay. No. Okay. Right on.
No. Yeah, I am. Obviously.
I mean, nothing surprises me. So I guess, yeah, with Sunset Devils, like where was the start of that? What was the creation of that like?
Well, it depends. Couple different starting points for that, I think. Obviously, like I watched Western movies as a kid, like Clint Eastwood, the Dollars movies, Good, Bad, and Ugly.
Yeah.
Like
Sergio Leone, all those.
Sergio Leone is
all the amoral characters.
Yeah, well, they're dubiously amoral. Sometimes they have like a change of heart, etc. But
yeah, like Tuco, that kind of thing.
Yeah. So it's like I watched. We had like a TV channel in Germany where like they just show like Westerns every now and then, because no one else wanted to air those movies because they're boring.
Yeah.
So I remember watching those with my dad and just like kind of, you know, having this idea of like a extremely hostile world, like the desert, like the great open expanse, and then you know, you have this like primordial warrior race of cowboys who are just like, you know,
it's almost mythological.
It's mythological, right? It's like knights, it's like samurais or something. It's the same thing, right? Like
the Wild West.
You have the good and the evil, you have the good and the bad, and the ugly sometimes, and it's just like, you know, they're duking it out. So that seed was planted pretty early on, and then playing like all different kinds of games, Ocarina of Time, as I said earlier, like Metal Slug.
Okay, yeah, see that, yeah.
Every single game you could imagine on the Game Boy Advance emulator.
Hell yeah, dude, hell yeah.
14.
Okay,
Shining Force, I think.
Yeah, wonderful. The only Genesis RPG, pretty much.
Actually, I don't know if it was Shining. Whichever was the like action RPG.
That's Shining in the Darkness.
That wasn't it. It was
Shining Force is the one that's like a very Fire Emblem-esque.
It wasn't Fire Emblem. It was like a Diablo-esque kind of action RPG.
Was it Shining Soul?
Shining Soul, that was
Yes, that was actually made by Grasshopper Manufacturer.
Was it really?
It really was.
That explains why the backgrounds look so bad.
That explains why I hated it.
Yeah, that's why the gameplay was so terrible.
I actually kind of like the gameplay, but it's a Game Boy game, Game Advance.
Shining Soul 1 and 2 are both Grasshopper Manufacturer games.
I had no idea. That's crazy. I like the character sprites in that one a lot. I actually look at it for reference sometimes.
Nice. All comes together.
It does. Boktai, obviously.
I was about to ask if you played fucking Boktai.
I did play Boktai 1 and 2.
Crazy.
I mean, the one comparison I get on Twitter, like the most, is people saying Sunset Devils looks like Boktai.
Wow.
Which is like,
can't take it into the sun though. You can't solar charge this game.
Yeah, well, if you do, it's easy mode if you do. But well, Sunset Devils you can. That's right. Boktai you can.
You can install the solar panel on my Steam Deck.
Yeah.
Oh wow, that's great. Right on. I didn't realize that was such a common comparison.
It's super common. I mean, Boktai 2 is like a Western, basically, right?
Yeah.
Like the main character is Django. He drags a coffin around.
The coffin around, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's like so inspired. Or just, a direct ripoff of the movie. But
it's an homage.
It's become a trope now, yes.
It's a trope.
Big coffin, yeah. they do it in Trigun. They do it.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite character.
Yeah,
in Trigun.
I forgot it's in Trigun. You're right. Yeah,
I was named after that guy. Retroactively.
Of course. There's another cosplay for you, Nick.
Nicholas D. Wolfwood. Yeah, maybe I should do that instead of painting my whole body white.
do you smoke cigarettes? Otherwise, you can't do it.
I could start.
You can do it for the.
Well, I did in Japan actually because I was like, wow, I'm just like curious. So I started buying cigarettes. My wife was like, "What the fuck are you doing?" I was like, "Look, it's Yakuza."
Lucky, yeah. Very nice. Okay, well, very cool. With game dev, did you work on anything else before Sunset Devils, or is this kind of your first like deep foray into?
I did try to do like a bunch of other projects, like if you're like a teenager, 20-year-old, whatever, you're just like, I want to make a video game. Mm-hmm. I'm not going to think about what I'm going to make. I like these. I'm just going to make my own. Mm-hmm. And then you try to like do some doodles, some sprites. You try to mess around in Game Maker. You don't know what you're doing because you're not a programmer. You're an artist, which is, sometimes those don't overlap. And then you try to collaborate with people, and that doesn't work out like 20 times over. And then I have a lot of failed attempts at the projects, which it's not really anyone's fault. It's just like
that's just the process. I think
that's the process of like finding someone you can actually like work with.
Mm-hmm. So a lot of those drafts on the Kickstarter page. I think one was kind of like looked almost Metal Slug inspired. The side scrolling.
Yeah. That was one of the first ideas I had for Sunset Devils of like
really.
Yeah, like instead of doing like a top down kind of game, it's like a side scroller with essentially the same gun mechanics, but like just a different perspective, which I didn't really think it would work in that way.
I think as is now works very well.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I think that these attempts have led you to a really good place with the game.
Yeah, viewers, listeners, there's a demo out on Steam right now. You can play it.
Don't play it. The writing's so bad.
Is the current build, how different is that from the current build, you'd say?
We've already changed a lot about it.
You didn't take out Suavecito, did you?
Did I what?
Was it? He calls the red Suavecito, right? Guapo does?
No, that's still in the demo.
Okay, then that's all that really matters.
Guapo is like the most, the fan favorite character. We're not changing him at all.
Good.
But like a lot of the setup and dialogue about like how you go about, doing the main story and everything is a bit changed because like for like what it's worth, it's like the Kickstarter demo was kind of a time constraint, I guess.
Oh,
So we did have,
understand,
yeah, like we have to make concessions to like get the demo out and everything. But like, I mean, the characters are still all there. It's just like, I have a little bit of a, like, not shame, but it feels very inelegant how we did in the demo.
That's shocking to hear because when it kept going after the fight with Guapo, I was shocked. I thought for sure that was going to be the whole thing.
Yeah, I've heard it down a few times. It's just the general like dialogue and like setup and everything is a little bit. I feel like I can do better, and I have done better since, which I can't show right now. But
Right, but when you can show that off, are you doing something for Next Fest or an upcoming convention, or when's that planned to come out?
I had a extremely fantastic time at MacFest in January, so I would kind of like to go again. So I'm just seeing if we can do like a second demo to like go to MacFest, because like that I don't know, that's the best convention to go to. IMO.
Yeah, that'd be
Better
perfect.
than Evo.
I'm also trying to go the next year, so that would work out pretty well for me.
That'd be
We should
awesome.
Do that. Yeah,
Yeah,
we'll meet up.
we'll meet up. We'll have a $20 beer.
Sam's computer just froze. Are they really that expensive at the Gaylord?
There's like a nightclub, and they literally do like $20 cocktails or something.
That's
It's
fucking
like
crazy.
it's insanely expensive.
That's why they don't give media passes, because then they have to give you free drinks.
They don't give you free drinks.
Exactly.
It's a night. You don't have to go to the nightclub.
Well,
It's just optional. But like, I don't know.
Well, I mean, yeah, you don't have to, but do they have karaoke around there real quick before Sam gets back?
Probably.
Are
I've
you
not
into that at all?
never been. My
It's
entire
great.
friend circle says we should do karaoke. We never did. I don't know.
I love it personally. It's amazing.
Never been, but I'm sure they have it somewhere.
Yeah. That's really the important thing about a convention, I think, is that you have somewhere to go after to get drinks and scream into a microphone.
MacFest is like we had a booth at MacFest obviously in January.
Is that where you met Evan also?
Yes, actually, it was the first time. Well, I mean, I've had him like I've talked to him in like a group chat before. Like we have like a server of like game dev people.
Did he want to make
friends
like
and such.
Sunset Devils pins and stuff?
He did want to do that. I don't know if that's still on the table, but
I'm sure it is.
well,
Yeah.
we'll see about that.
Okay.
But like, no, Evan's a great guy. Love him. All the other people we met around that friend circle, they're all like insanely talented, insanely like driven, amazing people.
Yeah, the Rollless crew and all them.
The Rollless crew. I know you guys had them.
Yeah,
they're all like the most insane Zoomers I've ever met.
They're funny. I like them.
They're hilarious.
Yeah,
they're like kindred spirits in a way. I'm old and jaded, but they're like the new fresh blood.
It was strange, yeah, especially because I by no means expect you to watch the episode, but just seeing the new blood, the new generation Newgrounds is so strange because it was something that was such a big part of my life when I was so much younger, and everything I remember means nothing to them at all.
Yeah,
but it's still the same general like soul and same sense of humor, so it's nice.
We spend like a good like 6 hours like after the whole day was over, just hanging out in the hotel room talking to like their team.
Nice,
just hanging out, talking. They have like one-to-one the same like game opinions as like my team, like my friend circle.
Right. Games can be art.
They can be art. They're like Mario should be like this.
Mario
Donkey Kong is like this. Whatever extremely like particular video game opinion you might have, they have.
Yeah, it's good. It's good to only talk to people with the same opinions as you. You should never talk to people.
You want to be
dissenting opinions are poison to the mind.
It's true, yes.
They might cause you to experience doubt.
It does, yeah.
You don't want that. Right, yeah. So MacFest, potentially, new demo, Guapo, unchanged, every
Guapo
other character.
expanded.
Guapo expanded. Yeah. Guapo's going to get inflated with a bike pump.
That's not what I said. That's what you said.
There's going to be a Guapo giant, just like, what is it? Inflatable at your booth.
There you
go. No Guapo inflation.
Yeah. No, that would be great if he was I'm sure that was not the intention originally when you had the stretch goal for the alternative side story, like kind of when I saw that on the goal, were you thinking by any chance of the Riku side story in Chain of Memories?
No.
No? Never mind then.
Is that Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah, it was Game Boy Advance Kingdom Hearts.
Never played Kingdom Hearts.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Right, it's too late.
Sorry.
It's too late.
Didn't grow up with it. It's too late. Had to be there.
Yeah, no, I understand. It's to people on the outside, it's impenetrable.
I understand the appeal completely. it's just like I don't think I can get into.
I'm not going to jump into this. Yeah.
It's just like I think to some extent the gameplay is also just a barrier for me. Like,
yeah. Well,
I don't know.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like my thing. But
I'm not going to try and sell you on it.
No, it's all good. Gosh. Okay.
But
sorry. Getting disconnected, disoriented me.
No, we were just making MagFest plans.
Oh, okay. Right on.
But
I guess with Sunset Devils, I'm curious about the mechanic because, you know, for those who don't know, the central sort of gimmick that I think, not gimmick, I don't want to call it a gimmick. The mechanic that separates Sunset Devils from other games is the kind of simulation of gun handling with each weapon. And yeah, I'm curious as to where the inspiration for that came from.
It is a genuinely new thing. I cannot think of anything else that has it, and it's very impressive.
Mm-hmm.
Two things to that, I think. One was I've watched a lot of like a YouTube channel, Forgotten Weapons. They cover like old historic, Ian McCollum, the guy with the ponytail and the funny mustache. He covers a lot of just like, old historical firearms and just like explains like the history and like the functions and like
the mechanics of it.
Shows them off really, really cleanly. And like, I've been watching that for like a good, I don't want to say 10 years, but like, probably 10 years at this point. At this point, it's kind of like he's not covering the guns I really like to see because he's kind of like, there's only so many guns he can cover. Yeah. So everything from like the Western era and the Civil War and everything like that.
Do you have a lot of experience like IRL kind of like handling or?
I've only gone shooting once. I think I'm really good at it. But
what'd you use?
What's that?
What'd you use? Like what gun?
It was like an FN 45 caliber and like a couple 9mm, like a Glock and a SIG.
Yeah.
Nice.
I don't remember. It was just pistols basically, but
yeah, as Americans, we love guns.
I mean, guns are awesome.
They are. And you know what? We're sick of pretending they're not.
They're sick. Like, I don't know. You should have one. Buy one right now.
I know.
Go into depth if you have to.
We could go straight down to fucking Bass Pro Shops and pick one up.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. It's all right.
Okay. I'm kind of getting an idea here. I was going to ask more like, what was the research process kind of like for Sunset Devils?
Well, obviously, like, what I just said, Forgotten Weapons, for like getting like period accurate kind of guns and like how they work. And then, obviously, Western movies, because like I had to have gotten the idea to like get, you fall in love with like different kinds of weapons in games. You have people who love, two-handed great swords because they love Berserk or whatever. For me, it's the revolver because it's cowboy movies. It's cool. It's the same. It's like the same.
It has personality of its own.
It's like a mythical almost personification of the role you inhabit. If you're a cowboy, you're not gonna use the fucking Glock. You're gonna use a 6-shooter.
Exactly. It shows the personality almost of the character without them saying anything. If they have a classic 6-shooter, like Revolver Ocelot, it's in his name even.
Yeah, exactly.
So
right.
He's so identified with that gun and that era, and he's a fucking Russian guy.
Yeah.
It's been a while since we've interviewed, I think, like just like a straight up action developer. But one of the questions I like to ask when developing an arsenal, I think each gun is kind of a character in itself. What was your favorite? What was your favorite to develop and to use when you play the game?
Is it the revolver?
Thus far, the 6-shooter.
It's fun.
Best one.
Is there a way to fan the hammer?
It is.
I just do it real quick with the mouse wheel. Yeah.
Well, what you do is you hold down the trigger and then you scroll the mouse wheel
like crazy. Okay.
Yeah, which is what you would do in real life because you hold down the trigger to like fan the hammer over and over.
Nice. Yeah.
Do you normally play mouse and keyboard? I was playing it in handheld on the Steam.
I played mouse and keyboard.
I play mouse and keyboard.
Okay,
but I mean, we actually like did the controller scheme at some point and just tried to like adapt it as best we could. I actually think it doesn't work as well as the mouse and keyboard in some ways, but it works better than others.
Okay.
So I think it's a fair trade-off, honestly. I think both are completely viable, but
the mouse wheel just makes sense, I think. It just feels nice.
I mean, that's where I got the, the original idea of like cocking the hammer with the mouse wheel, like spinning it down.
Okay.
So it's like,
that's right on.
It's kind of natural motion.
It's intuitive.
Like just, it's intuitive.
Very cool. Okay. So the revolver. Right on. Is it a spoiler to ask how many weapons are included in the game's roster of weapons?
Well, there's an interview that we were at MacFest where Thumbtack said we would have 100 guns in the game, which I did not corroborate with, but I want to say like at least 30 to 50. That's kind of my goal in my head. I don't really know.
Wow.
You know, it could be more, it could be less. I don't know. Maybe 100. I don't know. We don't know.
The backer guns. They want to ask you for something really crazy.
We've had a few of those actually, like a few that were crazy and others that were like really grounded. Like they actually just fit perfectly into the game. So I'm actually really happy with how the backers so far have like responded to that. You
were lucky you didn't end up with the so sorry situation. No one's like, I want a rocket launcher that shoots diapers and it puts the enemy in a diaper and they make a mess.
We actually specifically did not want to have characters in the backer rewards because like
that exact kind of situation.
That situation, but also just like I don't like breaking hearts. I don't like compromising. I don't like, you know.
You don't want to be the one to tell them no.
Yeah, exactly. I don't like tell people no. Like, you know, your character's great. It just doesn't fit the game because like
was that an issue with the wanted poster? Was anyone like, I want my furry OC in your Western game or anything like that?
We actually have a lot of like different characters for the wanted posters. I'm actually not really sure how we're gonna fit those in the game yet. If at all. I don't know if we said that in the Kickstarter backer. I'd have to check that with my accountant. But I mean, we're definitely gonna like we do want to do like prints for those bounty posters and like send them out to people and everything. The thing with the wanted posters was kind of like we have a bounty system in the game where like you pick up a wanted poster and like go and kill someone or find them to like get the bounty on their head, right?
Yeah.
So if we have like 50 extra characters, which are not bounties in the game, but they're like portrayed the same way, that might be confusing to people.
Right.
So we want to like find a, elegant like solution to that. But
I noticed actually, and I messaged you about this, there's a wanted poster for Benbow in the game. And you also mentioned Thumbtack was at your interview. What exactly is your connection to the game developer fugitive Thumbtack?
He is a programmer on the game.
Oh, that makes sense.
To some extent. I mean, he's kind of busy right now. He's doing like small work right now. But I mean, we're like been friends for like 10 years, probably longer. Great guy. Met him like a bunch of times. Yeah, he's working on the game. Nice. I feel like he's a bit embarrassed to talk about it because like he wants to be the Benbow guy. So I don't know. We'll have to ask him that. You'll have to ask him, yeah.
I'm just wondering if there's going to be some sort of Benbow boss with the wanted poster also.
There may be. We've considered that, but there may not be. I don't know.
Well, with westerns as a genre and with games, what are some of your favorites, contemporary or kind of like older retro titles?
Movies or games? Sorry,
games right now. Yeah, we can talk about movies too, but games to start.
Western games or like gaming games in general?
Games with like Western kind of aesthetics.
Right.
Wild guns, wild arms.
Yeah, Bob Tie, Wild Arms, Wild Guns.
Okay.
Call of Juarez, especially Gunslinger.
Yeah. Okay.
It's awesome.
Okay, yeah.
Honestly, that's kind of it. I think part of the reason why I wanted to make a Western game so bad is that like I feel like there's not a lot of games that really capture the like Italian spaghetti Western
vibe. Yeah.
It's like there's a lot of like American Western-ish games.
Yeah, Red Dead.
Yeah,
Red
Dead, right? That's the quintessential one.
That's the big one. Yeah,
but it really doesn't do the Italian Western genre.
No, the first one does spaghetti more.
It does
than
a little
the second
bit.
One does a little bit, but it doesn't lean into it a whole.
Red Dead Revolver does because that was developed by Capcom.
Yeah, originally super arcadey too. The original concept,
super arcadey and like weird horror stuff too.
I love
it's like awesome. But that was a Japanese developer who I don't know why. I wish they weren't, but they're like allergic to the genre right now. They don't want to do a Western. But I think the Japanese understand Westerns extremely well, but they just don't make games around it for some reason.
I think, those parallels we were mentioning earlier between samurai and cowboy.
Yeah,
you can tell those kind of stories. Yeah,
exactly.
I mean, And there are so many westerns that are literally just straight ripped
thematically or
Kurosawa films.
Yeah.
Well, Yojimbo was like riffed off by Sergio Leone, and he got into a lawsuit about that. Seven Samurai was
Magnificent Seven.
Magnificent Seven,
classically, right? Yes.
It's like this idea of like this idealistic, hero archetype.
Yeah, the wanderer kind of.
The wanderer, the Ronin, the loner, in like this hostile kind of world.
Like a shared mythology.
Yeah, exactly. Like
a universal appeal.
West.
Totally.
Yeah. So I'm not claiming to be Japanese. I don't understand sensibilities quite as well, but I do love their games.
But you appreciate their media. You kind of steeped in their sensibilities. You know something about it. Yeah.
I know something about it. So I'm just trying to like make something along that kind line of
evoking that stuff as well.
Yeah, the aesthetic, the like, storytelling and everything.
I think you're succeeding. If the demo's any indication.
I appreciate that.
Yeah. Did you ever play like Sunset Riders on like the Sega Genesis or Super Nintendo?
Yeah, I played that. Yeah. It's also common comparison to Sunset Devils, even though it's just in the title, honestly.
Yeah. if you did the side-scrolling thing, I'm sure people would have. Yeah. It's very good. Slightly off topic, but kind of related to contemporary Western games. Have you heard of a title called Weird West? I brought it up a couple episodes ago to Nick's, but
I've seen a bit about it. Yeah,
it's a cool one. I think not to get too off track, but would recommend it if you're into that sort of thing.
That would be another game I would categorize as American Western. It's like the general design sensibilities and everything is like it's not Italian. I'm sorry.
Right.
No, it's
It still looks good though. Like, don't get me wrong. It's just there's been very few American Westerns where I was like really enraptured by it. Like 2 or 3 maybe.
Man, a lot of them are boring.
Not really boring. It's just like the
it's different.
I would say the only ones I've really liked have been Unforgiven and Bone Tomahawk.
Unforgiven was okay.
You don't like it?
No, it was fine. It's just it makes more sense as like looking at Clint Eastwood's kind of like career path and him saying, this is how a Western would actually play out instead of like this, idealistic dream like.
Shit, yeah, we're talking about the movies. Yeah, what are your favorite Westerns?
That's a hard question. Good, Bad, and Ugly, obviously. The greatest movie ever made is probably Once Upon a Time in the West. Just as like the storytelling and like the production and everything is like as perfect as you could possibly get. Django, The Great Silence is a great favorite of mine. I don't know what else. The Big Gun Down, actually, that one's great. Lee Van Cleef is a fantastic actor. Inspired at least 1 or 2 characters in Sons of Devils.
So, in your words, what do you think? What separates kind of the spaghetti Western from the American Western? And why do you think one is kind of more evocative in a way than the other?
That's actually a good question, because I've kind of thought about it a long while, and I did see a post about this kind of distinction between you have like beauty and you have sublime. So beauty is kind of like, not just like, beauty as in like the general understanding we have of like something that's pretty, but like something that's close and comforting and like, physically present. And then you have sublime, which is kind of like the awe of nature and like gigantic like landscapes and mountains and it's kind of like overwhelming nature in the presence of like humanity. And I think American Westerns are like beautiful because the camera is always like on the actors, very close, and like the morality is pretty black and white usually. It's not a bad thing, but it's like
there are heroes and villains.
There's heroes and villains, right?
Yeah.
And then you have the Italian Westerns, which are like you have these like panning landscape shots.
It's a composition thing.
It's a composition. Yeah. You have the tiny horse rider that's like 1 pixel on the camera.
Yeah.
And like the world is like oppressive and like destructive, and you have these like people like trying to vie for survival within this, and it's like morality is a bit more complex. Not gray, not black and white, not gray, but like it's still pretty black and white, honestly. But
Angel Eyes versus Blondie.
Exactly,
who's in the right? Hard to decide.
Angel Eyes is objectively in the wrong because he's like just evil, but
But yeah, not to say that anyone's really a good person in the film.
Exactly, but that's kind of more true to life, that you have like these people in roles they don't really want to be in, but they still have to. You have this kind of like
to survive.
Morality is still black and white, but it's a lot more complex in reality.
The world is more oppressive.
Yeah. So I think that's really mainly the distinction between American and Italian Westerns.
Okay.
So you have this like, it's scale, it's the world, it's not just the characters, it's like everything.
Yeah, I understand that. Okay, right on. Very cool. Thank you for that answer.
You're welcome.
Nick, any questions about Western cinema while we're on the subject?
Western cinema. No, not really. I feel like that pretty much encapsulated
it.
Yeah, what's your guys' favorite Westerns?
Good, Bad, the Ugly. I'm pretty basic taste.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, gosh, my favorite Westerns. I mean, I love Tombstone because my wife loves Tombstone, and that's just like a shared experience. But that's such a specific like flavor of Hollywood Western, I think.
Val Kilmer, right?
Yeah, that's Doc Holliday, Val Kilmer. Yeah, I'm trying to think of what my favorite Westerns are right now.
Sukiyaki Western, Django.
I mean, I kind of like, I don't know if you'd consider like No Country for Old Men a Western.
Sure, modern.
I almost would, but
right, because I'm like, I can't say like True Grit. Like I like True Grit.
Yeah,
it's not like one of my favorite movies.
I mean, No Country for Old Men is it's like quintessentially Cormac McCarthy. Like that's like American Western, but the morality is completely fucked up in a way that's like completely intriguing and like
I really enjoy that movie. So that would be my pick.
It's fantastic, yeah.
Even if it's cheating, I'll stand by it. Otherwise, yeah, Tombstone.
I think it's allowed.
It's a classic.
Yeah. It's a neo-Western, like neo-noir.
Yeah,
it's like
yeah. There you go.
I'm still waiting for the Blood Meridian adaptation, which
I don't want that to happen.
Is it?
I kind of don't want to either, because the only guys who could do it are the Coen brothers.
Yeah, I feel like
I don't think they will do it.
I don't know, Christopher Nolan or something.
No. It has to be the Coen brothers. I mean, they did No Country for Old Men, and it was like a really good adaptation.
I have no faith whatsoever.
I don't either, but
yeah, some things, it's a trick. It's a tricky thing, adaptation. Every medium has its strengths.
Yeah, I mean, they couldn't do the
oh god, just imagine
spread of like describing the landscape and everything.
I'm just thinking like CGI Judge Holden.
No.
Why would it be CGI?
They can find a guy.
Get an actor to play that guy.
They don't want anyone to put on what. No one wants to put on the white face thing.
So you're talking butt ass naked.
You get Christopher Lloyd, just put on the Uncle Fester makeup again. Do the whole character, the whole voice.
I think Judge Holden would be the least difficult part to cast. But I think more of the like gratuitous like murder and rape in the book is a bit harder to
hard to swallow for some audiences.
A little bit to depict.
Yeah, well, very good. going back to Sunset Doubles. Nick, any questions about the game?
What's the craziest thing that you've been told about the game? What's the craziest thing someone's told you about it?
I actually don't think there's been that much crazy said about it.
Have you taken it out on the road many times? Have you what's the demo process been like for you? Is it just feedback online, or have you done a lot of in-person stuff?
It's mostly just been online. We did bring it to MagFest, which was
okay.
I think the first time we actually really publicly showed it somewhere.
How was that experience for you?
That was actually extremely valuable because just from a playtesting standpoint, I could see where people were struggling. And I could see where we need to improve things a little bit or make it a bit more clear how the mechanics work and everything.
Did you see anyone struggling and you were thinking like, I think they're just bad at video games?
They're just fucking terrible.
Yes, but I like to be charitable and just like, some people just need a little bit more time to like really get the mechanics. It's actually kind of funny. Like it kind of developed like a meta game of like watching people play at MagFest. Like it was only like controller, I think. And if they were stuck for like about a minute or two, if I felt like they weren't really getting it, or like because the in-game prompts weren't like too obvious, I would usually like chime in after a minute or two and say like, hey, you should press this button. and then this will happen.
Right.
And then they would do that, and then they would suddenly understand the rest of the tutorial.
Mm-hmm. Like forgetting to inject the casings, things like that.
Yeah. Because I didn't want to like overstep my boundaries and just like explain the entire mechanics.
Yeah,
just, like, take it away from them,
right?
Yeah. Because like then they're not learning it, and then it's not fun for them, and it's not fun for me to observe. Because like every single time I like, there was kind of a mark like around 10 minutes or 15 minutes of people playing the demo where they just suddenly got it, and like they just did all the mechanics of the guns like just automatically and like quickly, and like just understood how to do. Yeah, it's just muscle memory. They understood how to do the gun fights. Like they weren't struggling with the controls anymore, which is like that was the moment I was looking for every single time.
Morning. Yeah.
Once you feel it,
it feels like, good.
It does. It's almost like a shame.
You feel heroic.
It's like
it's great. Just even
almost.
Like, it's like watching people like just suddenly like it like just clicks in their head. It's like that's what I want.
Have there been any mechanics you'd have to like kind of change dramatically since the inception of the game or start of development at this point, or have things kind of remained pretty consistent?
I think the gun mechanics are going to remain pretty much the same. Good. It's really just like explaining like the initial tutorial a bit more obviously. We had one thing we're kind of thinking about is like if you kill an enemy, they drop a gun sometimes, but there's a like more likely chance the gun will be rusted.
Yeah.
That like you can't fire it, but you can still unload it.
Unload it. I like that quite a bit. Yeah.
We've actually been kind of thinking about it because a lot of people pick up a rusted gun and then they think they can just use it like a regular gun.
I see. Yeah.
But then they don't understand why the gun's not firing, right? Which is kind of like we're kind of like letting down people's expectations of like, oh, they find a gun, they want to fire it, and that doesn't work, and then they think they're doing something wrong with the controls. We kind of want to clear that up.
How do you kind of get the feedback there? Yeah, that's interesting. It's interesting.
We're still kind of thinking about that in terms of like just conveying it, but I mean, otherwise, I think the game is pretty much going to be controlling the same.
Right on.
Yeah.
Nothing was too hard for people, or you're like, oh, okay, I need to ease up.
No, I think from what I've seen, people understood the general control scheme pretty well.
Good.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah. Right on. I think the learning curve is pretty well tuned.
Yeah.
From the demo.
It's really just a matter of like balancing, the early encounters to not be too brutal. I think in the demo, some of the encounters are a bit too much too soon, and people just kind of throw themselves at it and die because they don't really know how to handle it. But that's really just a matter of like us balancing or like stretching out the progression curve a bit in the full game. Yeah.
Very nice.
I think you mentioned some rewrites. Any actual changes to your initially planned narrative, or is that the same? Has there been any changes that you want to make after playing these new experiences that you think you could draw any inspiration from changing that initial plan?
None that I would draw from inspiration, but just the story I had is pretty set in stone. Like I have like a pretty set beginning and end that I really do not want to change. It's really just everything in between and like the setup and like how you get there that I think in the demo is a little bit inelegant that I do want to change. But I mean, I'm not going to change the ending. I'm not going to change the intro of the game. I'm like very set on that, and I think it would do the game a disservice if I did. So
right on, yeah,
fantastic. All right, and what is your message you want to send out with this game? What do you want to say just from people playing it? What should they get from it?
That's a really hard question. Believe in magic. Magic is real. Miracles are real.
There you go.
Ghosts are real. Demons are real. Shoot them with your gun. Video games are awesome.
Yeah. Very good. Reignite the love with this game.
Yeah.
Revenge is good. Killing is good.
Killing is awesome. Kill people. Don't actually. This is not a quote. Don't hold me liable for this.
Yeah. We're only going to clip that.
Okay, awesome, good, thanks.
Kill people, take the pennies out of their wallet.
When can viewers or listeners expect to get their hands on this game?
2030. Hopefully next year, maybe in 2 years. I don't know. Game dev is hard. I'm sorry, it's really hard. We're struggling. Like in terms of not financially, we're good. Like people give us so much money, we're like set, but We run into a lot of roadblocks and just like, you know, playtesting bugs and all that kind of stuff. Probably clip all that. I don't want to make people feel insecure about the game, but
you guys are a relatively small team, though. Yeah, like
we're a pretty small team.
Yeah,
we're like 5 people, maybe.
Yeah,
4 people. Yeah.
I think all this.
I want to say 2 years, and we're hopefully done with everything.
Yeah, right. I think it's standard for game development to have all those roadblocks, anyways. I think if anyone heard you saying, "Yeah, we have to deal with bugs and issues that crop up as a part of development," and they were confounded by that, then I don't think
they get it.
Yeah. We're not like trying to rebuild the game every 2 months and refactor everything, and you know, we're trying to like get to the actual meat of the game and finish it for people.
Yeah, right on.
But I sometimes feel I bit off more than I can chew, but I kind of wouldn't want to do anything else. So
yeah,
you know,
perfect. That's the way you should hear that. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, actualizing your dreams is what it sounds like, which I think is fantastic.
Yeah.
Very cool. Very cool. I mean, I know we talked about launch being sort of a ways off, but do you have any plans to support the game after launch? Is there any post-launch plans like that, or would it be moving on to the next project?
I mean, there's a DLC that we've been throwing around potentially.
Cool.
That wouldn't be like a major thing, but I would, you know, just for my own like desire, I would like to do that.
Right on.
We'll see if that's on the table. It might be post-launch. We don't know.
Is that from one of the concepts for the stretch goals that was planned, or is that something unrelated?
Yeah, that was the alternative story thing.
Okay.
Which, you know, spoilers. I'm not going to talk about that, but
that's fine.
It would be very sick to do that. Other than that, I mean, I don't know how likely mod tools would be, but I do enjoy, you know, I kind of like a couple of games like Stalker, the Stalker series.
Yeah. Okay. Right on.
You know, Minecraft, etc. Like the community making things for those games is like extremely valuable to me. I'm not gonna say like that's gonna happen to Sunset Devils. Right. Obviously, I can't read the future, but like if people can figure it out on their own, that would be awesome. If they can't, maybe we can figure something out. I don't know.
Yeah, gotta have some sort of tool set.
Yeah, like if people could make their own guns and stories and like characters and enemies and everything.
Wow.
That would be like incredible, but
pie in the sky stuff.
Pie in the sky kind of stuff. Like, you know, I'd have maybe my programmers wouldn't like that. I don't know.
You heard it here, folks. Expect full Steam Workshop support.
Don't quote me on that, but I mean that would be really cool. Otherwise, I have like a dozen different game concepts floating around that I haven't really.
Love it.
You know, I can't think about those too much because I have to work on Sunset Devils.
Yeah, exactly. Keep them in the drawer. You know?
They're like out there, and you know, 3D games, other 2D games, action RPG, open world, Stalker games.
Would you stay within the Western theming, or would you explore something else aesthetically?
I would probably explore, honestly.
Nice.
But
Hell yeah.
I think the Western doesn't escape me, so there'd at least be like something, you know.
Yeah, shades of it.
Sure, yeah. Characters, whatever, items, settings.
Very cool. There'll be a revolver in your next game, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean,
whatever it is.
You know, we'll just directly port it from Sunset Devils and save the work.
And a fully 3D game.
Yeah.
Oh, right on. Well, when you're not, you know, doing game dev, we kind of talked about some games you like to play in your current time, but is there anything else that's been kind of catching your eye or that you're looking forward to playing either this year or just any time in your future?
No.
Nothing's appealing.
No.
I mean, hey.
Deltarune, like the next chapters, but that's like another year out. There's not really been any releases I've been looking forward to. I was pretty into Elden Ring Night Rain when that came out. Yeah, but like other than that, I'm not really keeping tabs or like.
Maybe replay Dark Souls or something. Who knows?
Yeah, replay Dark Souls for the 50th time.
Yeah.
You know,
replay Demon Souls, whatever.
I actually don't have a PS3, so I can't play that again.
Oh, really? Damn. That's the only reason I have a PS3 still.
It's the only reason you should have for a PS3.
Wow, right on, yeah. Okay.
All right, so For anyone listening, send Andy your PS3 with Demon Souls.
Yeah. Do him a favor. Yeah.
Maybe he will draw you a wanted poster.
I mean, I could probably just emulate it. So
yeah,
it's not the same, but
that's what I have to do with Yakuza Dead Souls, and it runs like garbage. Right.
So we have one Q&A.
We have one question.
Yeah, from Hunter. No, Hunter just questions. Dropped one in. Yeah. Hunter asks, and we kind of covered this. So in so many words, what were your primary Wild West sources and inspirations for creating the setting, gameplay, characters? Was it more historical or like leaning in cinematic inspiration? You kind of brushed upon that with your spaghetti Western sort of fixations. Was there anything that we didn't mention though that you do want to talk about with the game that you're either particularly proud of or
Confederate Army uniforms?
Yeah.
I don't know. I can't think of anything right now.
No, fair enough. We were pretty exhausted.
Right. Yeah, I think there's a lot of like different inspirations to the Western Southwest kind of like genre. Like you have like actual locations. I actually went to when we went to Evo, we kind of did like a small road trip through Arizona.
Oh, right on.
And like we actually went to Sedona, which beautiful city. There's like you see all the cartoon hoodoos from like the Roadrunner and like the Wile E. Coyote kind of shit.
Yeah.
It's like it just looks like out of a cartoon, and but like it's even more impressive in like reality.
Yeah. It's not a backdrop or just a backdrop, rather. Yeah,
like just seeing the Grand Canyon, it looks like a painting.
It's really insane, isn't it?
It's insane.
It is
like,
wild, like
completely breathtaking.
That's cool. Very cool. I didn't realize you guys went out and saw.
Yeah, we were driving from like New Mexico to Vegas, so we had a lot of sights to see.
Yeah,
and I took a lot of reference photos actually for Sons of Devils.
Very expansive desert, very isolated, miserable area, but very cool.
It's I completely understand the you would drive for like 50 miles and see like one weird shack in the middle of like nowhere, and you just kind of wonder who lives there, and why. And it's just like this complete like stubbornness in the face of like this
desolation.
This inhospitable desolation, and it's just like, okay, this is the Western. I just understand now. I only saw it in the movies before that, but now I'm seeing
people like living it.
Yeah. It's completely really like cool. It's awesome. It's sick.
Yeah, that's rad. I know you have a guest composer and another kind of sound person kind of working on the project. Looks like from the credits list here.
Yeah.
How involved are you with with their direction, or do you kind of just like leave it in their hands?
I'm pretty involved with their direction.
Okay. Then musically, what would you say are like your big inspirations here for Sons of Devils?
It's hard. That's a lot of different inspirations. I mean, countless of video game soundtracks, and obviously like the Western movie soundtracks. We initially worked with F.O. Harke, who did a lot of the sound effects in the game. He's like a professional sound designer, and like is just also just an incredible composer. We worked with him, and then we got Sigmu on the team eventually, because he's like pretty close friends of ours. He kind of does more like video gamey like soundscapes for like music. Like we've kind of worked with like I worked with both of them and kind of did the same direction for both of them, and they're both like extremely talented and awesome. So I mean the soundtrack is basically a mix of both of them work. I mean I've sent like Sigmu tracks from like Hellsing, like the Hellsing anime.
Okay, cool.
Like Boktai music, Western soundtracks. I think he sampled a few of those, like specific sounds and soundscapes. Like there's a lot of different things to like, come together in this kind of soundtrack.
For sure. I definitely, something I appreciated from the demo and from the soundtrack and the demo is that like the instrumentation was very like Wild West, what you'd expect, but some of the actual composition wasn't like exactly what you'd expect from a Western. Like it was cool, you know, kind
like
of
how
you get that.
got.
Yeah, you kind of get that retro Japanese.
Yeah. That's exactly what we're after.
Yeah,
it's kind of like you know, you want the like instruments to evoke the landscape and the setting and everything, but you know, it's a video game. You want video game music.
Yeah, you get that like RPG desert town.
Yeah.
Vibe. Right on. Last question for me, I guess. Are there any like blatant references, either visual or otherwise, in the game that you included, just like as homages, or nothing so like consciously specific?
There are like a dozen, and I almost don't want to talk about it because I think it's more fun if people.
Okay. Are there any in the demo?
Oh yeah, plenty.
Is that saloon you go into after the first? Well, I don't know. You didn't mention me a huge Red Dead Redemption fan, but I was going to say, is that saloon modeled after like the saloon from Armadillo, or is it Tumbleweed?
No, but it might have been subconsciously. But
I mean, I think it's just a very standard saloon. Like,
yeah, so. I did look at like movie set saloons and everything. The title of the saloon definitely is. Different characters in the game are.
Yes, is Red Joshua Graham?
No,
base.
He is not, but it is
I noticed he had big iron on his hip. Does that mean anything?
Does. No, but yes, but no. It's actually kind of funny, like realizing that red is really not like an original design. There's like the more I like look around, the more there is like
is red curly mouthwashing.
No, he's not. Curly. I've not played that game, but he is not. I don't know. There's like Makoto Shishio from Rurouni Kenshin.
Oh yeah. Classically striking, bandaged up fool.
Yeah. There's Jack the Ripper from Power Stone.
Ooh, yeah, baby. Power Stone reference. There we go.
I didn't look at any of these characters when I was making Red as a character design for the record, but it's like,
well,
I think
it's
like this.
What about the bandages appealed to you? What do you think that?
I don't know. It was like a random design thing I just did, and I'm like, wait, this is actually kind of sick. I don't know why this works, but it does. And then I just stuck with it, and like over the years, I'm like, wait, this design already exists. What were these people tapping into? Like, I don't know.
Just that connection to the zeitgeist.
It'll reveal itself over time, I'm sure.
Perhaps, but I'm not doing anything original. I'm just stealing. So, I mean...
Well, now he has a hat.
He doesn't have a hat, but...
He has poncho on. Yeah. Oh, very good. Do we want to take Lulu Pa's question?
Yeah, of course.
All right. Yeah, our final one. Take it away, Nick.
Hey, I know that guy. He's on Twitter.
Yeah, he's a friend of ours.
Yeah, cool guy.
Friend of the show.
Yeah.
From Lulu Pa. How does it feel to be making the coolest game ever?
I don't know.
There you go.
Man. I'm just doing my thing, man.
Very good. Very good. Well, Andy, thank you for coming on today. Thank you for talking about your game.
Fantastic time.
It's been a pleasure.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
If viewers and listeners would like to find you or your project, where should they look?
I actually have to check my Twitter handle for a second.
No worries.
Damn. Okay. You can find me on Twitter at Illseer. That's ILLSEER, which is where I spend most of my time making bad posts and getting people upset at me. And at sunset_devils, that's where you can find my game. We currently don't have much to post, but we will hopefully have more progress to post soon about the game. And yeah, you can play our game on Steam.
That's right.
Sunset Devils, wishlist us. That's it.
Very good. And as always, we'll leave all the links below. We'll leave our information down below as well. But this has been another episode of Video Ditch. One last time, thank you, Andreas. And for the rest of you, take care. Keep on gaming in the free world.